Hey guys, welcome back to Kendi Beauty. So today I'm super excited. I drove how many hours to get this new Natasha Denona Xenon palette. Apparently like none of the stores within any sort of reach have this. I thought there was going to be available at all the Ultas. It's not. I guess Sephora, you can only get it online only. And now because it's a VIB sale, shipping is extra slow. They don't even give you an expedited shipping option to pay more for. So anyway, I traveled around the globe to pick this up and I'm really hoping it's worth it. There's been a lot of like speculation, a lot of hype. There's the leaks and everything. So hopefully this will be good. It seems like lately it's been all about the cool tones and we'll see. I think the shimmers look like they could be really, really pretty. So I'm kind of excited to dive right in. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel, tap that bell, don't be shy, comment down below, say hello, let me know what your thoughts are. And as always, we do a lot of makeup here at Kendi Beauty. So if that's what you're into, definitely hit that bell and that subscribe button and let's get right into this new Natasha Denona palette. Okay, so makeup is off. This retails for $69. I did have to drive quite a ways to get mine, so hopefully you guys will find this review useful and helpful. I actually was really surprised because I could have ordered it online, but I figured it would get to me faster if I went and picked it up. Here are all the details. It is made in Italy. It is 18.15 grams and it has a 24-month shelf life. And I do believe this has some of the newer formulas that she's been using in some of her newer palettes as well. Okay, so there is the top row of the palettes. Nothing is really formula-wise blowing me away. Yeah, you could probably easily dupe this palette. It's just a matter of if you know, love her formula. If you're somebody that really just loves smoky, cooler palettes, then, you know, this might be a palette that you would want to invest in. And this right here, this pinky shade, is the whole reason that I decided to get this palette, honestly, because I tend to not be, I don't know, again, I think it just goes back to there's so many other palettes where you can get these types of shades. But I was hoping there would be some shifty shades, and actually on the swatch, this sort of like lavender pink shade, you can kind of see the shift, but on the swatch it's not really shifting. Okay, again, this is the second row. Now for this bottom row. Okay, this is the bottom row. I am just kind of thinking maybe these shades are a little too similar. I really don't. There's just not a lot of variation. I'm going to go in with this shade called Flurry first. It looks like it's a warmer tone gray, but I'm kind of thinking on me it might not show up as anything. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. It just is showing up as milky white. I need like a brown. Even if it was just a cool tone brown, I need a brown on this palette. Or a purple. A purple would have been really nice to go with this shade right here, this sort of pinky. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but I want to use it. Maybe I will. I kind of want to use this one though too, because it's got a little bit of warmth to it. All right, I'm gonna go in with this bluer shade of gray, black, ebb, and I'm just gonna go on the outside first, and now I'm gonna go in with a brush. Why is that kind of showing up as green? Here's the thing, I really like the concept of her doing the midi palettes, but I also kind of feel like less is more, and just come out with 2 really good palettes a year. She only, I think she only used to launch like 1 palette a year, and I'm not sure what happened, but the last 3 or 4 years, it's been like launch after launch. And then I feel like this year it was even more with her launches. Why is this showing? It's kind of showing up green to me, and I don't really know why that is. I guess to me it looks like blue, but on my lid it's coming off as a little bit like tealish green. I might need to go in with a deeper shade on the outer corner. And as we can see, there's definitely fallout. Definitely fallout. I'm trying to be careful too, because these are such dark colors that I'm glad I took off my makeup now, but I still have a little bit of base on that I was hoping to keep on. We will see. I was hoping not to do a smoky eye with this, but I think there's no avoiding the smoky eye look. Oh boy. All right, I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. I'm just gonna go on the outer corner with that. And I'm gonna go in with Snowball, because that's the main reason that I even decided to get this palette in the first place, hoping that it'll show a little bit of shift, but it's not. I don't understand why this is not showing up as like purpley pinkish. All right, I'm gonna go in with this black shade to try to give her some depth. Okay, now on this eye, I'm gonna go in because I do want to test out this formula. So this is like, I think the sort of wet dry formula, or the cream formula, and then this is like a satin matte black. I'm gonna go in with this one because I do want to test out this formula. Sometimes her cream to powder formulas can be a little bit difficult. This one seems to be blending out nicely though. Not having any issues, especially considering it is a black shade. I want to try to see if I can get this lavenderish lilac shade to show up a little bit more. And if not, I mean, I don't know, all these there's nothing, quite honestly, that excites me after swatching this palette. Like, these two shades are the only shimmers that I'm like, oh, those are nice, you know. I'm already getting hard pan on this, which is also typical of the cream to powder formula. Some people love it, some people hate it. It's kind of, I mean, there's just not enough. I mean, I guess you could go in the crease with this. Maybe I should have done that and then tried to use this shade. There's just not enough dimension in this palette, quite honestly, to be able to create anything other than a smoky eye, which is kind of stinky because I feel like there's potential. Like this, like if she had done more shades like this one, yeah, no, it's still just showing up as like silverish, isn't it? Okay. I guess I'm gonna try to even up these eyes. I'm not really liking the way this is looking, but quality-wise, there's nothing wrong with this palette. Quality-wise, it seems to be working out just fine. It's just that, like, there's not enough depth. There's just, well, there's too much depth, actually. We need some more layers. Like, we need some more mid shades. We need like maybe a purple or some more colorful shimmers, because even though these two look colorful, like really every single shiver just ends up being like a milky silvery type of a shimmer. So it's hard to create anything but like a smoky grayish silvery look with this palette, which if you're into that, then you will probably love this palette. I guess my whole thing is, though, for all of these shades, like the looks are kind of all coming out the same. You know, it would be nice if you could get different types of grays, different types, and it like looks like different types of looks. But for some reason, blending these out, it's all like the same look that you can create, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. But I'm going to even this up. We'll throw some lashes on, and I think, you know, we'll wrap up our final thoughts. Maybe something will make me reconsider. Maybe putting lashes on will make me reconsider, but I'm pretty sure you probably have already guessed how I feel about this palette by now. But anyway, let me throw on some lashes and the rest of my face, and we'll be back for final thoughts. Okay, so we are back, and my opinion has not changed. Actually, I think it has progressed into even worse than I already. These lashes aren't doing anything justice either. I tried to do some liner, like a smoky liner. That didn't work. It's a messy palette. It's a very messy, like the fallout is horrendous. And then because it's these dark gray shades, it's just a hot mess on the face. So if you're going to use this palette, I suggest not even trying to put any makeup on whatsoever. And you're basically just going to get the same look no matter what shades you use, which is awesome because, you know, we've got how many shades here? 15 for $69. I mean, here's the thing too. Like when you look at this palette, it looks beautiful. Like when you look at it, it looks beautiful, but all the shades just come across as the same. I wish I could have had like a cool tone grayish brown to go with this. I wish I had a purple to sort of bring out the shift in this one. I feel like this had such potential. This had such good potential, and it's just like a hard pass. Natasha Denona. I even prefer the multi-chrome palette, the mini multi-chrome palette over this, because at least I have different shades. I mean, this just, it's all the same look. All the same look, no matter what you do. The quality is there. So if you're just really somebody that likes, I don't know, even if you're somebody that likes grays and stuff, again, you're just always going to get the same look. There needed to be 1 or 2 different types of shades in here, and then it would have been fine. Like I said, if she had included like a purple or a pink matte, a cool tone grayish brown to go with this, I think it would have been money, but it just falls really short. It's a hard pass for me. I would not suggest picking this up at all, unless you're really somebody that just loves blacks and grays and silvers, because that's all you're gonna get is black, gray, and silver with this palette. And there's not, again, and that would be okay if there was variation, but there's not variation in this palette. So yeah, it's a hard pass for me, a hard no. I don't recommend you get this, even on the VIB sale, even with, if you are a Rouge and you get 20% off, I still don't recommend picking this up. I think, you know, the other palettes she came out with are much stronger choices, and you'll enjoy those more. I'm kind of really bummed because this was like really hyped, the leak and everything. It looked so pretty online. It looked like it was going to be so amazing, and it just really fell short for me. So if you got this and you love it, I want to hear it down below, because maybe I'm missing something. I don't know, but I would love to hear your thoughts on this. I would love to hear about whether you plan on picking it up. Listen, just because I'm giving this a not so favorable review does not mean that you should not go out and get it and try it for yourself. And if you do, if you have, spill it down below. If you are just like me and just are like, this is not it, leave it down below. Also, I'm still waiting to hear from you guys on what reviews you want to see. It really is helpful, and that way I can get you the videos you want to watch. So don't forget to add those details in as well. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, tap that bell. And I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye-bye.